Welcome to NWA Power episode 39. I've done this now 3 times, so I now know what time it is. It's 39, baby. But, that just sounds stupid. Guys, before I get started, I want to say thank you. Now, I could have done this at the end of my review, but why am I going to wait until the end? I just wanted to get it over with. And I tried to say this earlier, twice, and I fucked up. This is what you get with a guy like me. Look, I'm a small channel, and I don't do regular reviews like everybody else. I'm not doing just AEW. I'm not just doing Rampage and I don't do WWE except for the pay-per-views. I'm not like everybody else, so I don't have the biggest traction like everybody else. I'm doing Impact reviews. I'm doing NWA reviews. And I had considered doing maybe Raw reviews again if it didn't piss my ass off beyond no end because of how badly it is presented by Booker T. The stupid motherfucker still doesn't get it. This may be a developmental he has there, but it does depend on making it look good for people who want to come and watch your damn product. You are making money off of it too. Stupid bastard. And understand, I still respect him for being in the damn business. But he has a company that is shown on television and on the net. And he doesn't even put in the work. I don't care what you say, saying that Booker T is a legend. No one's disputing that. But as a promoter of a developmental slash, not major promotion, but a promotion, it sucks. The camera work sucks, the lighting sucks, the audio sucks. The only thing that doesn't suck are the people. And he can't even get everything that's going to make them get over right so they can head to WWE, which they shouldn't, AEW, which they should, Impact, where they should, and NWA, which they should. I'm just saying. Now, here is... breathe. I have exercised my demon, baby. NWA Power 39. 4 days after Empower and 3 days after NWA 73. What did we get in this show? We're getting it at the chase, which is actually a very good thing. They didn't just wait until they go back and do anything like they don't have anything for a week. They decide to record at the chase, hopefully more than a week's worth of content. So that means maybe once a day or twice a day, they do their recordings. I'm hoping to do it twice a day and do it for 5 days. So they will have 10 episodes at the chase before they head back to Hotlanta, and I believe it's the BGM or BMG studios back in Hotlanta, and they go back to where they normally are. I wish they would not go back. I wish that they continue being in another venue. As I said before, and I'll say it again, sometimes it's better to go to another venue and do your recording and stay there for a while. Impact still hasn't really done that much in a different venue. They're still in the same venue for a while because of the recordings. And I do believe they did move out, and the recordings we're going to see eventually will be in another venue. But I don't see anything generally different from Impact Wrestling. They need to be in a new venue because it sucks in the same venue. They've been there too long, even if it's been a year. A year in the same venue that many people didn't like in the first place is still a venue that sucks. Now, let's go on. We got a lot of content here. There is a lot that happened here in the chase. So I'm going to miss something. So if I do miss something, I'm sorry. Opening. Before we got to see anything from the chase, they gave us the opening, which had new music in it. Now, it could be temporary new music, or this is now the permanent new music, because this is basically a new era and new music. I don't know if this is season 6, other than season 5. Wait a minute, it's a season, how many seasons have they gone through now? 3, 4? I think they've gone through 4 seasons. This could be season 5, the beginning of season 5, I believe. I don't know. You're going to have to check, and then you can tell me if I'm wrong or not. But it might be a new season, so they got some new music, even if it's a temporary new music before they decide to do something new. It's actually kind of nice. There's no singer or anything, but it's actually okay for me personally. Now to chase. We had Tom Latimer and Camille. Tom Latimer, I love Tom. I love him. But I gotta say this, I wish they'd do something with him. Then they got Camille, and he was putting over his woman. No problem. That is his woman. That's his, I believe, his fiance. He's gonna put his woman over. And Camille puts over her man, saying, hey, to the crowd, who the hell do you think you are? Do not boo my man. And why do I have to do double work? Why did I have to do double work at Empower and the 73th anniversary of NWA? That ain't fair. And she went up against an Impact star, and she went up against an AEW star and whooped that ass. That's what she did. And she was angry about that. Flat out, she was not happy. But she showed she can deal her business. Then we had the Trevor Murdoch. Now, I know there's some people who just don't like Trevor Murdoch. For me personally, as you already know, NWA is an old school style of promotion. It isn't like the old school WWF. It ain't. Or WWF. Neither one of those. This is its own style in its own way. So if you don't like Trevor Murdoch, well, you're lost. Not my problem. Not to be mean to you, but I'm just telling you. If you're watching NWA, you got to be dealing with people who do an old style type of promo, old style type of wrestling in some cases. If you don't like it, don't watch. But I do encourage you to watch because it's actually good content in many cases. And this one was unusual. You got Trevor Murdoch. You would think that he said, well, I know that Nick Aldis is coming back because Nick is not there. He's taking a week off. I was hoping it would be Trevor who would take a week off and Nick would just be fuming and fiending and waiting for him to come back. And when he came back, he would attack him. But no, it's Nick who's not there this week. Trevor puts him over. He says, look, what we went through, and it was Kyle Davis who said, with all the madness and cruelty and attitude and disrespect that Nick Aldis did, how did it feel to win the title? And he said, look, what me and Nick went through was a war. And even though personally I may have his issues, as a professional wrestler, I admire him and I respect him. And he did it right. He held that title for 1,044 days. I thought it was 1,041 days. Now I'm confused. Is it 1,041 or 1,044? You guys tell me below. Because at NWA 73, it was 1,041. Now he's saying 1,044. Which one is it? I don't know which one it is. You want to split the difference and say 1,043? Or 42? I guess. But anyway, he says he did it right. He says that any champion is going to do whatever it takes, scratch, claw, and do whatever you are going to do. That's just the way it works. And I know eventually I'm going to get my ass whooped and someone's going to take my belt, but I'm going to make sure I try to kick some ass. But in the end, I will lose this damn title. So I respect Nick. And I say clearly to Nick, I respect you as a worker. This company needs you. Please come back soon. And when you come back, let's sit down, hash this out like men. In other words, he's trying to break bread. Now, mind you, this could be the moment where either Nick is going to turn extreme heel and just whoop the entire ass of a Trevor Murdoch and leave nothing but a stain on the floor, or he's going to turn face after this and then turn away from Strictly Business with Latimer, Camille, and Adonis. I don't know. It's just going to depend. I don't know. You guys tell me below. I'm not sure which one would be the wisest thing to do. It would be easy to say he stays with Strictly Business and then eventually something happens in Strictly Business that he goes up against Latimer. He goes up against Chris Adonis. My guess is he's been a face that always kind of wandered between face and heel. Then he turned full heel. And now maybe he'll go back to face again. I don't know. Let's move on. Now, we got... We had an interview with Kobe Corino. I was doing it wrong every single time. I hate that I'm dyslexic and I see things backwards. I am dyslexic, guys. Any words I see sometimes will just come out of my mouth in reverse. It is just what we do. If you don't know about dyslexia, if you see the word right in front of you, and maybe I may put something there and says dog, my brain will see dog, but I'll say God. Anyway, Corino, Jax, and the Pope, D'Angelo Dinero, come out. They try to make it very clear what they're going to do because they won the Champion Series. Corino said, I'm coming for that ass. I don't care who it is. I'm coming for a title. Pope said, when my time is right, I will have my shot. And then Jax Dean did not want to explain what it was about Crimson. But he said that the newly crowned and newly minted world champion, I have been a champion myself. And I've gone through every place in the NWA. I will be coming for that title in time. And then when Kyle Davis is messing with him saying, what about Crimson? And he's looking around like a little bitch. Why is Jax Dean looking around like a little bitch with his glasses on trying to look cool? Why? If he's going to be rough, tough, and a rough ass, why does he have to look like he's a little nervous? That was dumb. I don't agree with that part. Jax Dean, no matter if he was heel or face, was a mean ass heel. He could whoop your ass. So seeing him being that hesitant, I didn't agree with. Now, the match that makes me wonder, is Kira doing double work for AEW and NWA? Because I don't think she's going back to Impact Wrestling. Because Kira Hogan versus Scott Blue in a match that had Mickie James on commentary. She's in my face. And I gotta say this, guys. If you hear the difference between a Velvet Sky and a Mickie James, it makes you realize how much... Look, here's Velvet at the beginning of the show. She's gorgeous, okay? She's a beautiful woman. She's incredibly sweet. We know this. You could be friends with Velvet. You can fall in love with Velvet. You want to spend the rest of your life with Velvet. And Bully Ray, if you fuck that woman over, I'll smack the living shit out of you, and then you can kill me afterward. And I will say, treating Velvet like shit, fuck you. Kill me. Because she's too beautiful to be treated bad. Now, I'm not talking about how nice her tits are and her face. It's the attitude of the woman. I'm just saying. But no matter how beautiful she is, on commentary, she's still lacking something. Now, mind you, she's still been doing it for a couple of months. Some people take about a year or so to get really into it. And some people can do it immediately. It's just how it is with commentary. Some people are good at it. Some people have to learn to do it. Some people have to grow into it. Velvet looks like she needs to grow into it. But when you hear Mickie James on commentary while Kira Hogan, my girl on fire, versus the Blue Sky, you can hear the difference of how enthusiastic a Mickie James is compared to a Velvet Sky. Makes her... This was Velvet before Mickie James was there. Middle road. Then you get the Mickie James. You can see the stark difference of how one who has been in the business longer than another one has understood about commentary and how exciting Mickie James sounds compared to Velvet Sky. I still love Velvet. I think she still is a decent commentator. She's way better than May Valentine. Let's be honest. May Valentine on doing these interviews, she doesn't sound good. She doesn't feel enthusiastic. She's a beautiful woman and she is a nice person, but she just has never grown into that position. Velvet, for all that she's done, she's still not very good at being a commentator, but at least she has grown enough that you can say, yes, she can be annoying at some points. Because you see Just Alex's review of NWA 73. No, was it 73 or Empower? Empower, sorry. He wasn't willing to do the entire bundle. I can understand. It's a lot of money. And money is hard to get these days. But he did Empower. He watched Empower. He found her to be streaky. I can understand. But she's not 100% trash. She at least has grown a bit. That's just me, you guys, down below. Now, let's move on. And you got Kira Hogan winning. But then also, I forgot this. You got her having an attitude against Mickie James. Is she going to have an attitude on Mickie James when it comes to NWA? Because she's going to be working AEW. I doubt she's going back to Impact. I will be shocked if she goes back. If she goes back to Impact, that would be a shocker. But NWA and AEW, NWA, will she have a feud with Mickie James eventually? So it'll make it interesting. I don't know. You guys, some below. Now, we had that segment with Terrence Terrell and her little minions of, I think her name is Paulette, Blaze, and Genocide. Neither one of them had a chance to talk because Terrence Terrell wanted to take it over. She was not happy about what happened. But then you have the hex coming out of Marty Bell and of Allison Kay. And I can tell you this. I said there was something about Blaze. I could not put my finger on it. There was something about her. Guess what? I figured it out. Once Marty showed up, and once Terrence Terrell wanted to make it very clear that the hex ain't nothing. And then once Blaze started talking, she started talking straight up Spanish. I didn't know that she was Spanish. Didn't know. But here's the interesting thing. Once Terrence Terrell started saying, I don't know what you're saying in Italian. Now, mind you, Italian and Spanish are very close because Spanish is a derivative of Italian, just like French has a derivative of Portuguese. As far as I understand, Portuguese is a derivative of French. So pretty much, if that is Italian, it sounds a lot like Spanish in that respect. And I'm sure that was Spanish. And those two were added. I don't speak Spanish, even though I'm part Spanish. But I can see the hot mess both of those two are because they just look like chickens with their heads cut off. I'm sorry. They look like most of the women that are in New York, where I'm living, when they get pissed off, they act exactly like those two. So I'm going to, we got a hot mess on our hands. And they're making it very clear that they will be challenging each other eventually. But then La Rebellion comes out. No, El Rebellion. And they put them over, but more they put themselves over. Saying, hey, what do you think you're doing? You see these women? They won like us. They are champions and we are the new tag champions. And he didn't really say they are just, they won. They are tag champions, so were we. He put them over a bit first before he put himself over. Fine. Now later, when the tournament was going on, because I will talk about that in a moment, they said it very clearly. Are you serious? We just won these titles. And you're giving us teams that are not even teams. They're just putting them together. You know what? We're going home. We're going to Mexico. We're taking this with us. And guess what? We're not coming back until you give us something to do. In other words, he's saying until you got something interesting, we're not going to be on your damn show. Doesn't that sound familiar? That sounds like what happened with Impact Wrestling when it came to Finjuice. Now, if it's right, that means La Rebellion are going to AAA and they will be defending those titles there. Will we see it? Probably not. And you know what I'm going to say about that? Fuck NWA for not showing a match of their new tag champions dealing with AAA's own people. Now, just to make sure that what I just stated doesn't confuse a couple of people, I'm not talking about the damn pay-per-views. It would be nice if they showed something of the pay-per-views weeks afterward, but doing that will probably give them some type of issue. Of course, they can do some snippets. I am talking about regular television. Particularly that La Rebellion could have still some issues with Stevens and Kratos. I want to see the tag champs on regular AAA TV having a match and trying to build, going back to NWA, saying, look at us. We just beat these bitches here. That shows that we can beat the bitches in NWA. And they do it on television in Spanish and English, so when they show it on NWA, people can understand it. Do you understand about cross-promotion now, guys? Do you understand that in both promotions, you got to make it look good? Because if you don't, what is the point of having a partnership with Triple fucking A if you don't show it? And if anybody says you can't do that, fucking bullshit. Bullshit. Impact used to do it. They went to Mexico and they worked the same places as AAA did. in Tijuana, Mexico, the same venues that Tijuana, Mexico's AAA was, they were in it. And most of their own stars were also still working AAA at the time. So don't tell me shit. I'm not being mean to anybody. I'm being honest. Because I know there might be someone that's going to say, do that. You can't do that. It's true, you can. I'm not talking about pay-per-views. Not the pay-per-views. Listen. Television. They broadcast in Tijuana, Mexico, and everywhere else. Television. Television. Or streaming on the net. Okay? Let's move on. Now, the tag tournament. Now, there's supposed to be 9 teams that's going to be for the tournament. And they're thrown together teams, which I'm not surprised. They're going to do that. But here's the question. How many people are single enough to also still go after the national championship, the TV championship, and the world championship? Guess what? The way they were talking? Very few. Almost everyone that's in the roster will be working not only the national championship, the TV titles, and the world title. They'll also be doubling as, guess what, in the damn tournament. Now, here's the thing for me personally. I don't agree with that. For the simple reason that you could use a third of your people or maybe half to do it, but almost everybody, that just shows how small your damn roster is. Billy, Boobala, please, why are you doing that? Bring in people from the outside to do the damn tournaments. Along with your regular wrestlers, use maybe half those wrestlers that are currently on the main roster with maybe a few people from the outside to supplement. When you use every single person on your damn roster, 9 teams, that's 18 people. How many men do you have on your roster? 28? Maybe 30? Maybe 28 or 20. How many people you got on your damn roster that is going to be working regularly and doing not just the main title, the national title, the TV title, and now the tag titles? It makes you look like you don't have enough people to fill the gap. I'm sorry. I'm not saying to have tons of people like AEW, but bring in indie wrestlers. Let them wrestle in a tag team. They're indie wrestlers who are tag teams. Bring them in, make sure they're tested for COVID, make sure that everything's all right, let them work, and then do it. Hell, you're in St. Louis, Missouri. Bring in some of the talent there for the next couple of days to supplement. Why use all your people? Come on. I'm just saying. Now, you got a thrown together team of the Begotten, the Begotten versus the Rude Dudes. Who came up with those names? I mean, they're not bad names, but I want to laugh because they don't feel like their names. The Begotten is, what is the guy? Yuma and somebody else, and the Rude Dudes has La Rudo, and he named it, and I believe Stanley. Stanley is interesting. He has more personality than La Rudo. He just feels like he's got more personality. But I think La Rudo might be a better wrestler. So if they make them a real tag team and let them stick together for a while, they could have personality I could like. La Rudo's not bad with a personality, but Stanley, he feels like he has better personality and could be the one who could talk. If he could talk better than Luro, let him talk. I'm just saying. And I wasn't surprised the Rude Dudes won. I didn't think Captain Yuma was going to win. No, it wasn't going to happen. Now, this kind of goes along with what I said with Rebellion going to AAA. We had the national championship holder and the Chris Adonis come out with Melina. Now, I don't know if Melina's now turned heel. She seemed to be a face. Now she's flipped back to heel. And she comes out with him and he's saying to Kyle Davis, look, how can you not feel angry right now? I'm upset. You know why? Melina, who is a legend, why doesn't she have a spot on the show today? Why is she left out? And I can understand that she could be on commentary. She could be interviewing. She could be doing anything if she does have a torn ACL. That's if she does. I don't know. And she's not happy about Camille. But then it's like Chris Adonis said, honey, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't badmouth Strictly Business. I love you. I'm right by your side, boo. I'm right here, honey. I'm right here. I want to kiss you. I want to malfunction in your wardrobe. Just kidding, guys. But you get my point. He's there being nice to her. She doesn't like Camille. He's trying to say, don't be like that. And then at that moment, Father Mitchell comes out. The evil one comes out with, what is his name? Josiah. No, Jodiah. Jodiah, I think his name. No, Jodiah? Or what is his name again? Jodius. I'll remember his name eventually if I see him enough. He pretty much puts him over and says, I am here. I am a father of evil. I'm a member of the cloth. Respect me. I am an evil member of the cloth. So know your place and know that I am an evil member of the cloth. And this is Jodius. There you go. Jodius. He is a monster. He is destructive, and he's coming for that title of yours. He's coming for it. Is this thing focusing? Yeah, it is. Sorry. He's coming for it. And he says, look, you trying to scare me, it's not going to work. I'm part of Strictly Business, and Melina, I'm sorry, but don't badmouth one of Strictly Business and Camille. Do not do that. Don't. But I'm saying this to you. You can come and bring it all you want. And he's ready to come at him, and then Father Mitchell's holding him back, and he says, that's right. Go. You don't scare me. Try it. And that was not too bad. It wasn't too good, but it wasn't too bad. It felt a little clunky. A little clunky because it didn't make any sense to have Melina out there who's not a member of Strictly Business, does not like Camille, but then you have to see that calm down. Why is Chris Adonis the one defending her, but then telling her to cut it out because you're disrespecting one of my members of my group? It doesn't make much sense in that respect of that type of booking. Unless she's going to use him to try and get at Camille, which would make sense. Because if she does do that, so she can get at Camille, I understand it 100%. But if it never goes anywhere, I don't know who booked that. That was dumb. Now, finally, we got the match. Oh, wait. We got 2 matches, not 1, 2. We got another women's match. But unfortunately, we did not have Mickie James at commentary. I think they realized when Mickie James was there and she was outshining Velvet Sky, she decided, no, I should not be out here because I'm messing up Velvet. So she didn't. So it's Chelsea Green versus, I forgot her first name, but Paige. And here was the thing. I'm going like, we got Chelsea Green again? She wouldn't actually put up a page with you. That is the exact thought I was thinking as I'm writing my notes. And I got to be honest here. Was the Paige and Green match better than Sky Blue and Kiera Hogan? No. Kiera Hogan and Sky Blue match was better. They're in my face. This was not a bad match. But I didn't understand why Chelsea was there until I saw Paige lose. And then you see the hot mess of a Laura Van Ness show herself. And I believe I have this thing, I'll show it in the face in a minute. And she started letting her makeup run on her face. And now you see it in my face. Since it looks like she might be working both promotions, which is Impact and NWA, she is going to be doing the hot mess on NWA. And she's going to be the good fiancé, Chelsea Green, on Impact Wrestling, I think. Unless she's going to carry that over to Impact. And Impact actually indicates that she lost her mind when she got beaten by an 18-year-old girl with nice butt. That is where it's going to make some sense. If she wants to try and make NWA mean something, and since NWA is working with Impact, She makes the hot mess on this end, develop it more over here because she hasn't done no event in a while. She works on it here, and then she carries that over to Impact. That is the only way it would make sense. Unless it's going to be completely separate and you'll never see it on Impact Wrestling. But that's also going to depend on if NWA is going to be sponsored a little bit more on Impact Wrestling like AEW. Because remember, guys, this is a partnership. NWA is working with AEW and Impact Wrestling, and it looks like they're also working with AAA as well. So, fuck all those damn promotions if they don't sponsor one another properly. If they don't start showing their own content of their own people in different promotions just to show on television, this doesn't help a lot. At least spotlight it. If they don't, this makes no sense. It's a waste of damn time. Anyway, final match. It is a TV title match of originally Clearwater versus Tyrus 605 for the NWA TV title. But for some reason, Black G's convinced Clearwater, hey, don't do it, I'll do it. Don't worry. And when he goes in there, it's like you're wondering if he's going to job to Tyrus because Tyrus saw him there and he says, oh, good. And then he tries to whoop Tyrus's ass. That scrawny little runt, a little bit shorter than me or maybe about my height, trying to fight with a Tyrus and got his ass whooped. In fact, I think I got a shot of him being thrown across the damn ring and it's in my face. He looked like a lawn dart getting thrown around. Now, that's saying a lot because Tyrus, yes, he's a big guy. He's not a strong guy, not a massively strong guy. He's just very big. He's not a Lashley. He's not a Mark Henry. Mark Henry would have thrown that guy directly into the ring ropes and broke his freaking neck. He would have. So would a Lashley. So Tyrus can only throw him so far. He's just not that strong. He's big, he's strong, but not that strong. And in the end, Tyrus destroys his ass. And I'm going, so this is all this is about. He was trying to get into the title picture. And the kicker was for me that really didn't make it work was that since they don't do backstage segments of him trying to convince Clearwater that this is the best thing because they just do it when they're going to the ring, we don't get the extra content. And that's the problem. Now, mind you, if they have extra content on their network, like Fight Network or wherever, that's one thing. But wouldn't it be good to do backstage segments on their YouTube channel? And that would help supplement. Unless I missed it, and it could be there, they don't do backstage segments. They do it out at the ring, and I find that a bit of a loss. Because there's nothing wrong with doing it in the back or in the parking lot where they're giving us extra content. I just do not agree that you do everything in front of everything because even the WCCW, they did do some backstage segments once in a while. They did it in the back or they did it in a parking lot. They managed to squeeze those in to help supplement where people don't see the storylines. And NWA is not doing that. And that's why this doesn't really make any sense. It's disjointed for me personally. But this is just my point of view and I hope you enjoy this NWA Power episode 39. Please give me a comment below. I'm going to be working on my next Gump report. And this is Leia Hirsch. One of my subscribers asked, hey, can you do a booking wrestler for Leia Hirsch? Yeah, I'll do it, but it's going to be in the Gump report. It's going to be the Gump report. Leia Hirsch. Who is her brother? I think that's what I call it. Give me a comment, subscribe, like. I don't know why I do that. It's just not my style, but hell, I'm giving it a shot. Peace.